Hello and welcome to the video for this Seiko. This is the no it's not, it's the 7L22-OAAO, a Arctura model, Kinetic Chronograph, which is quite splendid and probably cost a lot of money in its day. These are quite undervalued really in the watch world because they use a kinetic movement which generates, or a rotary movement that generates power to charge the little capacitor battery. And here's the old one that I've taken out if you want to have a look. It's just like a button cell, but it's quite precisely made. It has a tab spot welded to the underside, which or to the negative part of the battery, and there is the smallest of gaps between that and where it sits. And it's a very precisely made battery, this. So it's basically an MT920 rechargeable 1.5 volt battery, with the main thing being that these little tabs on the side, on this side, is very precisely mounted, giving it clearance to hit the negative contacts at the back of the watch mechanism. And you'll see a picture for the watch mechanism. That's the old battery. There she is, the container and the receipt, which was just under 15 quid. If anyone wants to see it, might post it with the watch, whatever. Cracking on with this thing then, it comes with a pretty solid bracelet which is integrated, so there's no way you're going to change out the bracelet. So this one does come with some spare links, which there is about 2 centimeters of spare links in there with the pins, and it just looks like a split pin bracelet which has a milled clasp with some micro adjust, very small amount of micro adjust, about, if we can get that close enough into the camera, it's about 2 millimeters between each of those holes. So you need to I don't think there's any half links in the bracelet either, no, so you're going to have to be a bit careful with how you size it. On my wrist, which is 17 centimeters, there's a bit of droop there, which would indicate this is running at about just under 18, so you've got about just under 19, 20, just under 20 centimeters. I think that's 18, yeah, about 18, 19, 20. So that's what it looks like on my 17 centimeter wrist, and it's quite a big watch. The actual thing wears, I shouldn't say thing, the piece I should say, wears bigger than what the actual dial face is. So with the Kinetics, when the battery goes flat, you'll see this second hand here start to double tick. Okay, so with an MT920 you're looking at about 6 months of running time. I've had some satin Kinetic watches which quite happily sit there for months before they need winding. So you sort of get a belt and braces approach. We get the romance of an automatic, but then the power reserve of a battery version. So it's quite nice. I quite like them. So this one has the main dial here at 6 o'clock, standard 12-hour dial, and I'm not sure about the loom on there. We'll check the loom. And then there's the date window, and that is the minutes on the chronograph. So we do have Seiko Arctura chronograph written across there, and this one has a sapphire glass. So we're looking at quite a reasonable spread on the bracelet. But I've had them before with glass case backs, and that does increase the width or the height of the watch. So looking at this one, just grab the calipers. So this one's 12.6 mil in height. With the glass case back, you probably add an extra 3 mil, 4 mil, so it sits higher on the wrist. So this one tends to sort of clap down and wear quite nicely. Difficult to film when the camera's quite low, but anyway, the chronograph functions, no screw down crown, just straightforward out positions ×2. Press the chrono button, And there we are, ticking away. There's my pointy stick. Stop, restart, stop and reset. Wait for it. Ping, fly back chronograph. Okay, that's about it. I think we can't really say much more. The glass is perfect, being sapphire. A little bit of case damage just here. All of this is fairly minor, so this is not a mint shelf queen. It is a used watch which has been cleaned and scrubbed just to for hygiene, and essentially looks the business, but has been worn, so there are various minor marks all around it. But looking through my eyeglass, I haven't really seen much in the way of any major chunks or gouges out of it. Being proper stainless steel, it's not. So there's the bracelet. Bracelet's got some light markings to it. Boring video, but there we are. If you're a watch nerd, you can't help it, can you? You have to look at these things in depth. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.